Jarret's back at the desk, Ben. Like, well, no, he's not. Jarret's like
He's at his desk.
He's on a computer that's sitting on the desk in front
On
of
our
us.
desk,
Yes.
yeah. He's back on our desk.
Well, it's too early on a Monday morning to get all the way over there, so I figure, I'll phone it in. Anyway, gentlemen, good. How are you both doing?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Well, that's understandable.
Having some technical issues for people that, just are wondering what the fuck's going on right now.
I thought it was the rising cost and somewhat poor quality of the birdie beetle in this day and age. The two of you, but
that's a whole other issue,
figure.
my friend. Yeah. It's another stress altogether.
Well, this week, guys, it's a huge week for home entertainment. There is some absolute duds hitting the home entertainment format. And then there's some classics coming out too. So it kind of balances each other out. Roadshow, I've got the lion's share of duds this week. They're releasing Borderlands on 4K Blu-ray and DVD. Now, this film actually dropped last week on Amazon Prime. So the digital release got in a few days ahead of the physical release to try and, I guess, squash any of the potential sales this film might have on physical media.
Is the Prime one a rental or is it just free on Prime?
No, it's part of the Prime service because I think MGM might be one of the production companies. Yeah. So it's on Prime.
I kind of want to watch it.
I've heard good things.
Well, look, this coming from the chap who was spruiking Alien versus Predator Requiem last week. Though, admittedly, I have to admit I have not seen it, and after you spoke about it, all I want to do is watch it.
How much of a role reversal was that?
Yes, usually
I know. I could never have anticipated wanting to see that film.
It's a sequel of a sequel.
I do own it. I think I bought it with you, Ben. I think we might have been in Costa Mesa at a book-off or something, and I bought it in a double pack, and I went, one day, it was $3.
And after that, I went back and watched the original Alien versus Predator, and I was like, oh, look, everyone's in this. Like, it's got a pretty good cast. And I also enjoyed that. And it leads, I didn't realize it because it's been so long, it leads directly, like the last scene from Aliens vs. Predator is the opening scene for Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. And it leads directly in.
That means I have to watch them straight away.
You got to watch them back to back.
Yes.
I'll do Requiem first, only because I've not seen it. Alien vs. Predator I've seen once theatrically. But it's in that double pack, so hell, if I get a fever for it, I'll do a double.
I was going to say, just put it in. Just watch just the very last scene. Like it's not really a spoiler because you can tell right from the opening scene who's going to be the final girl.
Yeah, right.
And you just watch the end, and then because it's like Smile, it really does like it. The last frame of that film is the first frame of the next.
Of the next one, right? Who would have thought that for continuity's sake, we'd have to watch Alien vs. Predator again to appreciate Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
Meanwhile, everyone else is trying to erase it from the canon,
Precisely. Anyway, Borderlands, of course, Eli Roth. Now, this thing is loaded with marketing fluff. It's got like 7 featurettes on it. But it does have Dolby Atmos on the Blu-ray and 4K. So, I mean, you probably got Dolby Atmos on the Amazon Prime stream.
Did you watch it, or are you just shitting on it for no reason?
I've not seen it. I had no interest in. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, God, this looks terrible. Like, I know it's based on an established game franchise, but it looked like a poor man's Guardians of the Galaxy that was completely miscast.
Agreed.
And the jokes in the trailer fell flat, so I had no hope for it. That said, yes, I will definitely watch it because it's free and it's Eli Roth. And look, Eli Roth makes. 1 in 5 movies he makes is pretty good. So he's due another few bad ones.
You could pick up an exclusive Steelbook.
Yeah, I know. I think they're going to be sticking around for a while. Maybe I'll pick one up when it's in the 2 for $10. Also from Roadshow this week, from the Warner catalog, another resounding. This one I have seen, and I can actually say it's very disappointing. It's M. Night Shyamalan's Trap. That's coming out. Of course, it's coming out on 4K Blu-ray and DVD because only the great new films are coming out on the 4K format. And this film was not a financial success by any stretch. So it's a mystery as to why it's coming out 4K.
We are quietly excited about watching this
I really
together.
want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm really
I know. I wanted to see it too. The trailer was fantastic. But I pay good money to go and watch these M. Night Shyamalan movies and his kin's movies in cinemas. And again, I guess maybe 1 in 5 M. Night Shyamalan films is generally pretty good.
Ben, we can rest assured though that Jarret does misfire quite a bit on this, with his loves. And
he doesn't.
Not as much as I do.
He doesn't seem to like Aliens vs Predator Requiem. So
I haven't seen it yet, but I think time will have been kind to it, so I'm willing to give it a shot. But in terms of special features, Trap's loaded with special features. It's got deleted scenes. It's got 2 featurettes, and it's got an extended concert sequence. Now, this concert sequence, the pop star that's in this film, because it kind of revolves a little bit about a pop star concert, is actually M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
Who is a pop star in reality.
Is she?
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Right. Well, look, her songs aren't anywhere near as catchy as the bird from Smile 2. I can assure you of that.
Is she a pop star like
a legitimate pop star, or was
John
she
Landis' son
is
a successful screenwriter?
Yeah, was a successful screenwriter.
Yeah, that's right. Was an interview on Fake Sham back in the day.
Yeah.
But tell me, Jarret, I played the songs from Smile 2 last week. Did you enjoy them?
I actually liked it, but look, I do enjoy some contemporary girl pop. I'm all for Olivia Rodrigo and a few other, pop numbers. Mm-hmm. I think the thing with those sort of tunes is, the weirdest thing was I felt like I had heard it, outside of the film, like I'd heard it on the radio. So when you back announced it and said what it was, I was like, oh, I kind of spun out because I'm like, this song's really familiar. But then again, it is a pop song. Yep. They all do sound the same. Yep. God bless them.
Straight out of ChatGTP for singers.
Umbrella Entertainment. Now, these 2 titles that I'm going to mention, Ben has actually had some degree of involvement with. I know he was involved with the Ozploitation Volume 2 box set that's landing this week. That's got the 13th Floor Coda and Desolation Angels in it. And then the second one, I think Ben did some work on too, the Full Moon Fright Box Volume 1. Is that correct, Ben?
I did the entire Fright Box Volume 1. And by entire, I mean I spoke to the people who did the work.
Okay, yeah, well, I said, can you managed it?
Yeah, I project managed it. I said, can you do this? And with the Ozploitation box, I did Coda, and I turned up a little bit for Desolation Angels for the commentary and
what a shame
stuff.
That it was you did this a little while back because you could have used the Boneheads interview with Charlie Band.
I know, it literally was my first thought when it happened. I was like, great, because we got Charlie for the Full Moon box set, but going into it, he basically said, I'll answer 3 questions per film. That is it.
It's insane. Yeah, crazy.
But I think we got a bit more out of him. But it's one of those things where they're always, and this is very common when you do extra features, initially they're like, why do you want to do this? And they're kind of, I don't really want to do it. Let's just make it quick. And then once you start talking to them about it, they get into it and they see that you're genuinely enthusiastic about it.
That's what happened with the Boneheads. Charlie said 20 minutes and they got 45. So
yeah,
it's always the way I find that generally the case.
Yeah,
we went for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Moving on to all interactive distribution. Oh, I should mention actually in that Full Moon box set, we didn't mention the films. There's Dollman, Demonic Toys 2, and Dollman versus Demonic Toys. So all the Demonic Toy and Dollman action your heart can handle.
Great stuff.
Yeah, the only film we missed was Bad Channels.
Oh yeah,
Which there is a direct correlation between Dollman versus Demonic Toys and Bad Channels, but no HD master currently exists. Charlie has not restored it yet. Otherwise, that would have been in there instead of Demonic Toys 2.
Yep, that makes sense.
I mean, you know what's funny though? When I was reading back the titles that are in the box set, in my mind I went, "Did I know there was a Demonic Toys 2?"
It's much later. Demonic Toys 2 is like 2010 or something.
And there's a spin-off beyond that.
And that actually ties into Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, and it's a whole ladder Full Moon universe.
Has the Ginger Jet Man gone against them yet, or the Evil Bong? Has he versed?
I think they've done stuff with Puppet Master, I think. Yeah. Not the Demonic Toys kind of.
What a universe.
Yeah. There's so much. It's so expansive. It's not quite as expansive as the Puniverse, but it's close.
Another two releases that I'll just mention coming out from Umbrella: House of the Devil on Blu-ray. That's a local Blu-ray debut. It hasn't been out on Blu-ray before. And then Time Crimes, which is the one I'm really excited about. I love this movie. So good releases from Umbrella this week. Then All Interactive Distribution have a payload of good classic releases hitting home entertainment. I'm going to run through some of them, and it's easy to run through them because there's no special feature content. And for the most part, there's no Atmos on them either. So why even release them on 4K? So first up, we've got To Catch a Thief, which is the Alfred Hitchcock classic. It's coming out on 4K. Now, the good news is all the special features are on the 4K disc for this one. There is no Blu-ray component, but it's all on the 4K, and it is loaded with special features. That's definitely one I'll be picking up. Smile is coming out on 4K Ultra HD. The original missed a release the first time around. It's coming out. It's got a banger of an Atmos track, I know, because I imported this sucker when it did come out in the States 2 years ago or so, and it's got special feature content, including the short film that spawned the feature and the franchise. Then moving on to a bunch of other titles that All Interactive are releasing from Paramount's back catalogue that don't have any special features and any Atmos. We've got World War Z, and even more disappointing is this is the theatrical cut of World War Z in 4K. It's not the extended director's cut, or whatever you want to call it, that's actually got the gore and the blood. This is the nuded theatrical version, so no love for that. Ghost coming out in 4K. We know I love Ghost. I have chosen to import it because this one does not have any special features. Again, no Atmos on Ghost. Missed opportunity. Imagine that train sequence. It would have been fantastic. Now, Stardust is coming out on 4K. We did mention this one when I was talking about upcoming releases. I did actually cave and I imported the 4K steelbook from the States, sight unseen. I had
with
the Blu-ray
all the cards
sealed in
and
the
everything.
wardrobe. No, that's the UK one. I didn't see that. I got the US one. No cards. It's got a J card. But I did actually watch this movie, and I messaged Ben the following morning because I loved it. Like, I really loved it. Like, it was very much in the vein for me of Princess Bride. It was just this perfect romance, comedy, adventure, and loads of cameos. The only thing I didn't enjoy about it was Robert De Niro, and it completely miscast, completely phoned it in. And, at the moment, I've got a bit of a distaste for De Niro. But in this particular role, I just did not enjoy him. But the film is fantastic. And look, if you want the special features, you might have to import the 4K from the US or the UK, because none of them are on the 4K Ultra HD release locally. It's just the film. Then there is one other release that's coming out from All Interactive Distribution, AID. And that's in the Studio Canal catalog, and it's Santa Claus the movie. This is a good one, worth picking up, because the local 4K does have all the special feature content that is on the international release. There's like the Legacy Doco that goes for almost an hour. There's a new interview on there. There's some really curious behind the scenes footage from the press conference. It's like really rough as hell. But it's good because it's sort of like a fly on the wall kind of.
The best is the behind the scenes stuff of the press conference.
The press conference, yes.
The stuff between John Lithgow and the director, Jeannot Schwartz, whatever his name is. Stuff of gold. Like,
it's great.
The interactions are great.
I'm just surprised that they were able to put it on the disc, or someone discovered it, because it doesn't seem like a typical major studio thing to do. It seems like a boutique label thing. But for me, that kind of makes the disc, because it's cool having that insight into a film like that.
Just a wonderful movie.
And in addition to that, I think the trailer's on there as well. Anyway, gentlemen, that is all the releases this week. There is a lot of releases, and they're not stopping. Like, if you go on to, JB or Sanity or any of the other retailers' websites, and you were to filter 4K coming soon, it is crazy. Like, it is a really good time to be in the 4K format, with the exception of Borderlands and Trap, obviously. But needless to say, it is a good time to be in 4K because there is a flood of content. And a lot of these release dates with the classic stuff, we're getting in time and in line with the US and the UK. So anyway, gentlemen, that's it for me this week. So until next time,
stay physical.